All right, now we are back with another episode of this freaking show, the weekly podcast with a little bit of something and a whole lot of nothing. I am your host Travesty, and with me, as always,
Awkward Colin.
And Geekcast Joe.
God, Joe, you sounded so like alive there when you announced yourself.
Thanks.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, it was like one of those announcements that like a servant or a butler would announce to a party. Like very loud and very forceful.
Fantastic. I've recently learned how to position my mic so that it actually sounds the best. So,
Really?
yeah.
Is it like one of those things where you have to like hold it in one hand while standing on one foot with like a piece of foil in your head?
No. Close though. Close though.
Yeah, that's right.
I have to have it rotated to 2 o'clock so that my voice goes over the front of the mic, and I have to be a hand's width away. So crazy stuff. Didn't know. Have been sounding like shit since I bought this mic.
I don't think you have.
Not to me. You sound pretty good to me, man.
No, fair enough.
Yeah.
So no, I'm joking. It's just apparently it's a very finicky mic, and a lot of people have problems with it. And if you put it in this one particular location, you just get the best stuff out of it. So I'm happy to do that.
Oh, absolutely. So what has been going on with everybody? Anything new, exciting happen?
No, not for me.
No. You guys just finished up school, right?
Yeah, I
Yep.
mean, besides that,
Well, that's something. I mean, that should be exciting, right? Another semester in the books.
Another semester in the books.
that's true.
Super pumped.
Yeah. How much more you guys got to go now?
Forever.
Yeah, I don't know either. So
I have at least another year, and then that's just an internship. And then the year after that, I have another set of classes I have to take. So at least 2 more years, possibly a little longer.
Well, you got a class that you're taking in June that's preventing you from going with us to Indie PopCon.
Also true. And I'm really upset about it because I am not looking forward to this class whatsoever.
Well,
But I need it.
That's a class that it's a credit towards school.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not a class that I can go without. Like I need it to graduate. And I have the option of taking it either as a semester-long class or as a 4-day intensive. And I really don't like the professor, so 4-day intensive it is. Because she teaches it either way.
Yeah. The one thing I like, and I'm not sure if it's only like community colleges or if it's like any college, I like the idea that what they do is they'll give you a test, and if you do great on that test, they'll just give you the credits for that course without having to take the classes itself.
yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, I don't think they do it for seminary, but
They should though. If they had like a class on the Bible you had to take. I mean, if you took the test and passed it, I mean, wouldn't that be awesome? They wouldn't have to take the class.
I don't know. I've never thought about it. But I think they want us to have a particular view of things, and so I don't know. I know you can like if I had worked for a church for a while before coming here, I could have used that as my internship credit. But since I came right out of college,
I gotcha.
so but that's the only one I know of. I think there are other opportunities where like if I had gone here for undergrad, then some of those classes might have transferred credits over, but I really don't know. I don't know enough about how it works, and I don't know who to ask. So,
Well, you're doing it, and that's the important thing, right?
yep,
Gotcha. I gotcha.
yep. And someday I will be out,
Yeah, someday.
and then someday after that I'll be back in for a PhD. But
Perfect.
Oh, so you plan on going for the PhD?
I'm seriously considering it.
Okay.
All right, cool. Real quickly, I just want to everyone who listens to this show and who knows that every Thursday we put out a awesome show for you guys to listen to. If for some reason you checked up on us on Thursday and seemed that we did not put a show out last week, I just want to let you know that we did. It just didn't go out until Saturday.
There was some technical difficulties.
Yeah. Apparently, even though we feel that we are on the same level and the same mindset, apparently we went off course somewhere with each other. And there was like
Yeah,
a
I don't know.
shift.
Not sure what the deal is with that. I'm really upset about it. Like to the point where this tonight might be Zencaster's last chance.
Well, it's like I listened because obviously we have an editor, Derek, who does this all for us, and he was explaining to us how towards the end of the episode we were like we weren't synced together anymore. We were like apart, and I don't know if you guys had an opportunity to listen to it or not yet, but it did that thing where it sounds like we're constantly interrupting each other.
Huh.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's weird because Joey, you would say something, and then it would be like nobody wants to answer your question, and then I come in and respond to you, and then towards the end of my response, Colin is butting in,
Amazing.
and like if it happened like once, it's kind of like one of the things like yeah, okay, can I get it? But it's literally like the last like 5-10 minutes of like the show.
Wow.
I can't remember like what we were talking about, but I think it has something to do like per an example of what we talked about last week, which was relationships and dating. It'd be like Joey coming in and be like, "Yeah, I really went on a date with my future wife, and it was awesome." And it's like I can't wait for you guys to have a moment like that.
Well, I know
Joe-
you're just mocking it and it's uncomfortable.
Well, then I come in and like, "Wait, Joe, I'm hoping that at some point I do actually have that same kind." And then Colin comes in and is like, "Yeah," and that's it.
Awesome.
Something it's like that towards the end, but luckily it's still understandable. It's still funny, and it is there, so you guys could go back and check it out if you haven't missed it. Also, in case you forgot, the show before that, we did a review on Captain America's Civil War. So if you guys passed that one up because you didn't want our spoilers to affect that, I'm sure you had enough time now where you want to go see it, and I want you to go back and listen to how we discussed it. Find out, if you agree with what we said or disagree with what we said, and go on Twitter. Use the hashtag Freakin Sane. Let us know if you agree with us or don't agree with us on how we felt about this movie, or maybe there's something that we missed. I know Colin saw it a couple of times. Joey seems like a very detailed person, so I'm assuming nothing was really missed. But who knows? Nobody's perfect.
I was wrong about something. I got one of my friends from back home texted me about it. Yep.
What was it?
I gotta find it.
Yeah. Well, while you're finding that, Colin, I need you to explain something to me that you and Joey understood that I didn't. What was the trolley car or something word? Why was that so important, or why was that, or what was that meaning? Like
The what?
How he was doing the trigger words, and one of the words was like homecoming, and the other word was like trolley car or something like that.
Freight.
Oh, freight car.
Freight car. What was that? Was that like the accident that happened where Bucky fell, or was there another significance to that I'm missing?
That's the only significance.
Okay.
And actually, it's not even meant to be significant. They just sort of put together a string of random words in Russian that sounded good. And then we're like, hey, that's cool because Spider-Man Homecoming's coming out. And freight car, he fell off the car. So, literally, they picked them randomly, and it just happened to work out really well.
I gotcha. Okay, because I remember you guys talking about it, and I thought that moment I was like, oh yeah, it's because of the accent he had and everything. But then I thought about it a little more, I'm like maybe there's more to it. And now I just dug myself too deep into asking, but fuck it.
And you know what podcast you would like then is the Finding Maura Murray podcast.
Who is that?
It's this girl who went missing in 2004. and you can literally search the internet for stuff and find yourself digging a deeper and deeper hole about how it is she disappeared. Was she murdered? Did she just run away? Did
Oh,
she die in the cold
you
Vermont winter?
interviewed you guys interviewed the host of the podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
Like her car broke down or something like that on the side of the road, and she just vanished. And like they went out into the woods to find her, but there were no like footprints or anything, and it just snowed.
Right.
Like, okay, I was
Who is
listening to
this?
that.
Yeah, it's a bizarre thing. Maura Murray. I can text you guys the link or put it in the podcast notes. But yeah, she's just a girl who disappeared like right before Facebook made it impossible for people to disappear. So it's interesting. It's easy to dig yourself into like being obsessed about it. It's not really for me, but it's not a bad thing to listen to. I actually don't mind it.
It kind of maybe someday you're interesting because you're into like that whole like criminal like knowledge and education learning kind of thing.
Yes.
Um, I want to listen to it because it does interest me, but I mean like I don't know.
I only have so much space in my life.
Yeah, well, I mean, I listen to so many podcasts as it is now. Like, literally, like, I drive an hour to and from work every single day, Monday through Friday, and those are my podcast listening times. And it is literally full of podcasts, especially with the History of Bad Ideas podcast. That they have some shows that go on for like 2 hours, so it's like 2 days of driving or a day of driving just on that one show.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they like like maybe 2, 3 in, but like History of Bad Ideas, they just talk, and it's all funny, it's all entertaining, but I kind of it really takes up a lot of my time. But I still love
Dang.
it. I still love it. They're still funny. If you ever get a chance and you have 2 hours, definitely give them a listen. Even if just break it up like I did. You know,
Yeah.
Joey, did you find out what you're looking for?
Yes. We briefly talked about whether or not Superman could pick up Thor's hammer. I believe it was either in that episode or it was in one like 2 episodes before that. But one of my friends went out of his way to text me and inform me that Superman could not lift Thor's hammer because Superman doubts whether or not he is good enough. And so because of that doubt, he would be unworthy.
Oh yeah, you told us that last week.
Did I?
Yeah.
It was a really hazy week last week. So
It sounds familiar. And I thought maybe I read that on your Geekcast Live Facebook.
it's possible. I don't remember.
Yeah. I also saw on fuck, what was it? On your Facebook page that you guys did your own like 7 trigger words.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I contribute to that. So that
Did
was
you?
fun for me.
I didn't
I
get
did.
a notification about it, and I'm really upset now.
Oh yeah, I contributed to it. The guy you guys had on your show, I believe, liked it. Ryan liked it. I was like right under you. It was like you first, and then me right below. And then I was listening to your show, and I saw that like you put your answer while the show was going, and like Ryan read yours off. And I thought to myself, I'm like, oh man, I know I did it like 5 minutes or something, like right after Joe. I hope he sees mine. And like mine was kind of dumb. Like I really didn't play by the rules. We had to pick like 7 random whatever words. I literally made a 7-word sentence.
Oh, nice.
So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, did we not? Oh, it was great. I remember it now. That was really good.
I think we're out of beer.
Oh, that was perfect.
Yeah, I was so excited. I'm like, I think he's gonna be able to read it because I think it's right there. And I was like, it must have been like right towards the end.
Yeah, I think we were just wrapping up right about then.
Yeah, it was literally like right, like I think it was like right after your Geek Weekly. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Quite right.
Yeah. So, yeah. So what I want to do today is getting completely off topic onto a new topic, even though what we
Perfect.
just did wasn't really a topic because we were like all over the place there, which is awesome. Awesome. I want to do some today that would be kind of fun, and it's going to test your guys' minds because I know that I'm an idiot. So we're going to what I'm going to do, basically, I found this website that has all these funny, amazing state laws on them, and it's like the best law of each state. And I'm going to read off a law, and I'm going to give you guys 4 states to choose from, and I want you to tell me, which one you believe it is, and then I'll tell you the correct answer at the end, and then we'll see who gets the most.
Perfect.
You don't get anything for winning, and the only reason for that is because I have nothing to give you, and I don't want anyone to feel like a loser because they didn't get anything out of it. So bragging rights, really.
Perfect.
Okay. So, out of the 50 states, the first law is let's see here. Just 2 years ago, blank passed a law which allows you to salvage roadkill for meat. Okay. Is it A, Nebraska, B, Colorado, C, Georgia, D, Maine?
I think I'm going to go with Maine.
I'm going to go Nebraska.
Awesome. Well, comes to find out, none of those states are the right one because I didn't give the right answer. I didn't scroll down all the way. I didn't scroll down all the way enough. So, same question, but I'm going to throw it now. Anyways, it's Montana. We're off to a great start here.
Excellent.
Yeah, I didn't scroll down all the way, and I was like looking at it, and I was like, wait a minute, why is the state below? Never mind. There we go. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, wearing a bulletproof vest while committing or attempting to commit murder is an offense because blank cares more about making this a fair fight than the actual, murder. So basically, they're saying it is against the law to wear a bulletproof vest while committing or attempting to commit a murder. Okay. All right. Is it New York, Vermont, New Jersey, or Connecticut?
Connecticut.
New York.
New Jersey.
Ah! Damn it. Deep down in my spirit animal, I knew it was New Jersey.
Yeah, see, at least I put the right state in that question. All right, so far no one has any points. Okay.
No.
Provided you obtain a license, you're free to host a raffle for your non-profit in blank, but the prize cannot be alcohol or a live animal, so you'll have to look elsewhere to finally win that family of Midori llamas you're always talking about. Right. So basically, you get to host a raffle for a non-profit as long as you obtain the license for it. In what state? It sounds like you can do this anywhere, but this is for this one state. All right. Is it Louisiana, Maine, Florida, or California?
Florida.
What were the other 2 or 3?
I don't remember. I'm reading it off the top of my head.
Well,
Maine, Florida, California, and the other one I mentioned.
Louisiana.
Maine.
Louisiana. Which one, Colin?
I said Maine.
It is Maine.
Is it?
Damn.
It is Maine. That is correct. See,
I got it right.
I threw Florida in because of old people. You know what I'm saying? And old people love
I figured it would have to be a blue law of some kind. Because no alcohol.
I gotcha. All right, Colin, you're up by 1.
Yes.
Okay. Taking a snooze in a cheesecake factory, bake shop, confectionery, or creamery is illegal under blank Sanitary Food Preparation Act. Should you want to seduce that Gouda in a privacy of your own home, though, it's all right. Is it the great state of Illinois? Is it Florida? Is it Washington? Or is it New York?
Washington.
New York.
It's Illinois.
Damn. I've
That's
seen
right,
people
you can-
sleep in those places before.
And it's against the law, so next time you do it, call the police.
Perfect.
Yeah, I doubt they would get arrested for it.
Citizens
Gosh.
arrest.
Okay. um, Even though they love it, you cannot feed pigs garbage unless you have a special permit in the state of blank. One that needs to be renewed each January. So really think hard about how much you want to give that hog your newspaper. Okay? Is it Oklahoma? Is it Arizona? Is it Kansas? Or is it Mississippi?
Kansas.
Mississippi.
Arizona.
Damn.
I
I didn't even know they had pigs there.
I didn't know either. I thought you guys would be better at this.
Thought we would too.
All right, here's one. The state constitution makes it illegal for any idiots or insane people to vote. Bad news for your buddy Pat, who's been itching to mount a write-in campaign for boners for state senate. Is it Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, or Florida?
Boy, I feel like it can't be any of those because all of the idiots and insane people vote there. Sorry, I couldn't resist it. Could you read the states again?
Yeah, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, or Florida.
Florida.
Yeah, it sounds like Florida to me too.
Alabama.
Damn.
Stop cheating.
They can't even get their
Yeah.
school system together. Ugh, anyway.
Okay. If you're standing up, you're only legally allowed to make 3 sips of beer, which means if you're chugging, you better sit your ass down. Okay? Is it Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, or Florida?
Texas.
Yeah, I'd say Texas too.
It is Texas.
Yes. 2-1.
Yep.
Let's see here. Shooting birds for amusement is illegal in blank. So if you go hunting, you better be dead fucking serious about it. Alright. Is it Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, or Rhode Island?
Vermont.
Vermont.
It is Vermont. These guys take their beer seriously. Destroying another person's beer cask, barrel, keg, or bottle is strictly forbidden, as is filling those things without the owner's written consent. Don't
Wow.
forget your note. Washington, Oregon, California, or Idaho?
California.
Oregon.
Washington.
Damn it. I knew it had to be a hipster state.
Taking or harming a fish with a gun is against the law, so you'll just have to stick with the fishing pole. Is it Missouri, Wyoming, Nebraska, New York?
Missouri.
Yeah, I'd say Missouri too.
Wyoming.
Damn.
I know, right? You guys are at 2-1.
Yep.
Yep.
See if we get you guys up to 5. We'll do the first to 5. But if it takes too long, I'm just gonna say you both suck. Actually, I can't lie because I probably get a lot of these. I'll definitely get a lot of these wrong. Okay. Here's one. As of 2013, car passengers who don't wear seatbelts are subject to $100 fines. If all the seats are full, though, don't worry. It's totally legal for anyone over 12 years old to hang out in the bed of the truck in the open with zero protection. Okay. Is it Hawaii, Oklahoma, Alaska, or Vermont?
Hawaii.
Oklahoma.
It's Hawaii.
Damn it.
I think I've actually heard that one before. I don't know where at though.
Here's one for Graham and Zombie with a Shotgun for Hilton. Under a chapter titled Mayhem, Blank lays out why eating other people is not cool, guys. Cannibalism will get you up to 14 years in prison, except in extreme cases where you had to eat your friends to survive. And if that's the case, you've already been punished enough. I guess really, I thought maybe I'd go toward more zombie, but they went cannibalism. Big shout out to Hilton though. How's he doing on his Indiegogo?
I don't know.
He's at $10,000.
Is he?
Woo!
Yep.
Good for him. All right. Is this what four can I pick? How about North Dakota, South Dakota, Idaho, Wyoming?
North Dakota.
Idaho.
It is Idaho.
Ah. We're back to one apart.
Back to a 1-point spread.
Shoot. Let's see here. For a pickle to legally be called a pickle, it must bounce. Proven blank residents are also devotees of the 5-second rule. So a pickle must bounce for it to be considered a pickle. Is it Connecticut, Vermont, Rhode Island, or Delaware?
Rhode Island.
Connecticut.
It is Connecticut.
Yes.
Damn it.
3-3.
So we're tied.
Alright, first of 5 here. Let's finish this off. Let's finish this strong. Boxes used to package hops are supposed to be exactly 36 inches long. So if you're planning to package that stuff in a 37-inch box, get the hell out of blank. Is it Iowa, Nebraska, Pennsylvania, or West Virginia?
West Virginia.
Pennsylvania.
Iowa.
Damn it.
I was almost going to say Iowa, too.
Frickin' Hawkeyes.
What else is there? Although they would make the Golf Channel 100 times more exciting, exploding golf balls are not allowed in blank. First-time violators get a fine up to $500, but don't make this a career because the repeat offenders can earn jail time.
Dang.
Okay. Iowa, Ohio, Massachusetts, Missouri.
Massachusetts.
Ohio.
Massachusetts.
Damn it.
Yes. Pull the head again.
All right, Colin needs one more. Joe needs 2. No, that one's too easy. In a flagrant show of disrespect for old-timey farmers everywhere, blank made greased pig contest and turkey scrambles unlawful. Is it Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kansas, or Minnesota?
Arkansas.
Kansas.
Minnesota.
Damn it.
Thought for sure Indiana was going to be on the list. It was going to be the one I picked.
Shit. You may not catch fish with your bare hands anywhere in the state of blank. Obviously, blank has a completely unrealistic view of your fishing skills. Is it Indiana, Ohio, Iowa, or Missouri?
Missouri.
Yeah, I feel like it's also Missouri.
Yeah, it was Indiana.
Seriously?
Yeah, I threw that one to you, Joey.
Ah,
I wanted to tie it up to make it more interesting. I threw that, man. Killing me.
I didn't catch it with my hands because it was illegal.
Let's see who did that. Marriage laws in the state of blank include some normal provisions, like a minimum age of 17, and some less normal ones, like a statute preventing any person with a venereal disease from getting married.
Wow.
I know, right? Is it Pennsylvania, California, Nebraska, or Arkansas?
California.
Arkansas.
Nebraska.
Damn it. I knew it was Nebraska. Still said California.
You may not knowingly clone or attempt to clone another human in this state. Which which explains why Orphan Black is not set in blank. Okay. North Carolina, South Dakota, North Dakota, South Carolina.
South Carolina.
North Carolina.
North Dakota.
Damn it.
Given fish alcohol is prohibited here. Is it Oklahoma, Oregon, Ohio, or Pennsylvania?
Ohio.
Oklahoma.
Ohio.
Yes.
All right, are we at 3-3 or 4-4?
4-4.
All right, next point wins here. If you intentionally bite off your friend's arm, you will go to jail. If it's an accident, you have absolutely nothing to worry about.
All right.
All right. Alaska, Rhode Island, Oklahoma, Florida.
Alaska.
Rhode Island.
It is Rhode Island.
Damn it.
Yay!
Yay, Colin won.
I tried to think of a place where someone's arm would actually get bitten off.
Yeah, maybe by a bear.
Florida could also have been a choice because of bath salts.
Oh, yes.
Oh, man. God,
Damn
these are
Rhode
so
Islanders.
weird.
Ugh.
Let's see here. I'm just going to find another couple that I... Where are we at here? There's no fife and drum. Fife and drum?
Fife and drum. Yep.
Fife and drum. There's no fife and drum, but Wisconsin prisons do have some discerning culinary taste. Under state law, no butter substitutes may be fed to students, patients, inmates of any state institution unless a doctor prescribes it for health. Suck on that, smart balance.
That's awesome.
Aaron Burr never could have landed a sweet alderman gig in the Mountain State, being West Virginia, because it's illegal for anyone who's engaged in a duel to hold office.
Huh. I think that's also true for Kentucky.
I guess Alexander Hamilton couldn't either, but dying in a duel was probably his bigger concern. That's awesome.
Yep.
We're not sure which sarcastic a-hole deemed Virginia for lovers because having any kind of sex if you're not married is a class 4 misdemeanor. If convicted, you could pay a fine up to $250.
Yeah, that's
Jeez.
a really fucking stupid thing. The lovers state.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it all the time while I was out there.
Utah's liquor laws are notoriously insane, but by far the weirdest one concerns Zion curtains. The partitions run along restaurant bars, and bartenders are required to make drinks behind them so kids can't see the booze.
Amazing.
What was Nevada? What was Nevada's? Oh, here's one. New York. In New York, if a person be unmasked or in any manner disguised by unusual or unnatural attire or facial alterations, loiters, remains, or congregates in a public place with other persons so masked or disguised, then that person is an illegal loiterer unless you are at a masquerade ball.
Wow.
What?
That's
Uh,
amazing.
if you're performing the national anthem or "Oh Fair New Mexico" anywhere in New Mexico, you better sing the whole thing. Half-assing the anthem is literally against the law. It must be sung or played in the entire composition, even if that means a 2-minute long riff on "Land of the Free." Where's
Nice.
Nevada? Throwing things from a chairlift is illegal in Nevada, much to
Huh.
the chagrin of your stupid 13-year-old cousin Dax.
Excellent.
Nice. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Was it in Mississippi? Have one illegitimate child, no problem. But if you'll be facing misdemeanor charges as soon as the second one pops out. Perfect. Um,
Jeez.
yeah. I don't know how I found this. I don't know. But anyways, the website called Thrillist.com, THRILLIST.com. So if you guys want to check out any more weird state laws and everything, just go on that. Um, you can also Google search weird state laws, and there's a bunch of other websites popped up. One I found interesting, that was on a different website, is that in the state of Illinois, you can legally drink under the age of 21 if you are enrolled in a culinary school.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. But see, the thing is, like, I'm trying to figure out. I mean, obviously, it has to be restricted. I mean, you can't like go out to a bar and, I'm assuming like maybe it's just like classroom related. Like,
Hmm.
there's got to be some kind of restriction on it. So, um, yeah. So, what else you guys want to talk about? Because we got like 20 more minutes.
Oh, I hate Disney.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
Pray tell.
all of Disney, like everything
No,
about Disney. Are you
I just
mad?
hate the.
Are you
I hate the
mad?
fact.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I hate the fact that they own Studio or like partner with Studio Ghibli.
Did they?
Yes,
I
and
didn't
it
know that.
pisses me off because now they raised all the because they own them. They got to jack all the prices up. Because of
Right.
the Disney name.
Huh. That sucks.
It really grinds my gears.
Listen. Oh, you know what? That'd be a perfect segment for Freakin' Thing. We haven't done that in a while.
That's true.
Yeah.
I didn't know they bought Studio Ghibli.
Actually, you know what? I do have a topic for this Freakin' Thing since we haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, bring it.
Did you hear that Disney is changing the Tower of Terror ride to a Guardian of the Galaxy ride?
I did not
I
know
did
that.
not.
Yeah, I don't remember where I heard it from, but they're replacing Tower of Terror with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Huh.
In California. I don't see. I haven't been to like any like. I
Oh,
haven't
just
been
in
to
California?
See, that's the thing. Like, I don't know if it's just California or if it's both. I think right now they're just talking about California. So I don't know if it's going to Florida, but I also heard that maybe Disney Florida is Disneyland in California, Disney World in Florida.
Disney World, Florida, Disneyland, California. Yeah.
Okay, so I heard Disney World is actually trying to figure out a way to build an actual Marvel world to have their own
Oh,
park.
that's cool.
Yeah. Let's see here. This is a quick article I found. It's called "Rumors Confirmed: Guardians of the Galaxy to replace Tower of Terror. Captain America launch coaster coming." Over the
Oh,
last,
they're getting rid of the Tower of Terror.
they're completely redoing it for Guardians of the Galaxy.
That makes me sad. I love the Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
Never been in
It
it.
was a great movie.
Over the last month, I have heard a lot of people talking about a possible Guardians of the Galaxy overlay for the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. Supposedly, Disney is looking to opt out of the licensing fees paid for the use of the Twilight Zone franchise in this ride at Disney parks surrounding the globe. As odd of an overlay as Guardians might sound like for it, sounds pretty far-fetched, right? Well, it isn't. Actually, it's all true according to sources. Basically, from what I heard, they're turning it into the scene where they are escaping from the jail.
Oh, gotcha.
So they're going to be in like that what's it called?
The prison box.
Yeah, but like it's called something else there. It's like I think like if it was on a ship, it'll be like a nest. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's there's a word for it. I just can't remember what the hell it is. If you're a
Crow's
pirate,
nest.
crow's nest. So it's kind of like that thing. But I think it's supposed to like start at the bottom and shoot its way up instead of being at the top and dropping.
Huh.
So I really don't know what the whole idea of it is. It's just like
Interesting. It does look like it only applies to Disney California Adventure.
okay, so
So Hollywood Studios is safe. Which I don't really care either way. But I mean I do care, but I don't care enough.
yeah. I know like oh what the hell was it? Like you ever been to Universal Studios and you got the actually it doesn't even matter because Universal wasn't part of Marvel. Never mind. Anyways, have you ever been to Universal and been on like the Terminator? I wouldn't call it a ride, but like you sit in the room with like the glasses as like the shit's coming like right out at you and everything.
3D.
Is
I
it
know what
3D
you're
or
talking about.
4D? I thought it was like more than that. Actually, Shrek was 4D. Huh. But yeah, but you know what I'm talking about, right? I mean,
I think
it's like
so.
the whole judgment. It's like the Judgment Day scenario part.
Yeah.
That's cool, and they should do something like that for Marvel. They can make a
I'd be
lot.
legit.
They can make a lot of great rides out of the shit you saw in Marvel. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like Universal Studios, like they have that like that Simpsons ride where like it literally it's a stationary. Not well, I guess not stationary, but it's a cart that you sit in, and the cart moves, and you're just watching this huge ass screen, and it feels like you're going like upside down and all that stuff. I think they did the same thing with Back to the Future. I think they had a Back to the Future ride too, where you sat in a DeLorean.
Yeah.
God,
I'm sure there's a lot of those rides.
yeah, I think Universal Studios is probably my favorite amusement park.
It is fun.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever been.
I like
Well,
Six
now you know where to
Flags.
take the wife.
There you go. It could be like an anniversary trip. You, if I
Not
had
a
to
bad
choose,
idea.
if I had to choose for Universal and Disney, I would go Universal every single time because they have so many great rides and it's like vintage rides too. Like they actually have a ride that you're like on a boat in the water for fucking Jaws.
Yeah, you
That's
do.
But it's
legit.
not. But it's not like a ferry or like one of those. I mean, like it's like a fucking paddle, like not paddle like boat, but it has like no sides, and the fucking like shark comes out of the water, and the fucking whoever's in the boat has like a harpoon or something and shoots it, and then like the fucking shark robot blows up. It's awesome.
That sounds
And then there's
amazing.
like, yeah, and then there was a ride for like the Mummy. I mean, like there's so many good rides at Universal.
Dueling Dragons.
Dueling Dragons. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I remember. The two roller coasters came head to head with each other like you're gonna crash, and then they just curve up, and your like feet are like almost hitting each other.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I always thought Tower of Terror had to do with the Eddie Murphy movie, Haunted Mansion.
No,
Hmm.
I
That's
never
a
watched
whole other
Twilight,
thing, I
so I
think.
never made that.
I didn't know it had to do with Twilight. I was just thinking of the Disney movie Tower of Terror.
There's a Disney movie, Tower of Terror.
Yeah. With Steve Guttenberg.
Are you talking about the guy from Jurassic Park?
No.
Ah, that's Jeff Goldblum. I have no idea who you're talking about, man.
Yeah, it was Tower of Terror, 1997 movie, and it also who else was in it? Kristen Dunst was in it.
In
So,
in '97.
1997.
That's fantastic.
I actually just recently watched it, I believe, too.
Yeah. You know, speaking of Disney movies, isn't Disney Channel doing they're like playing off all the old classic Disney movies?
They're supposed to.
It's like coming up this week, right?
Yep, starting on the 27th.
Thank God I'll be on vacation. Yeah, get to enjoy again another year older this Thursday.
Nice.
Oh shit! Actually, yeah, when this show gets released, it'll be my birthday.
Yeah.
It's true.
Look at that.
Barring errors, Zencaster.
I don't know where to go after Zencaster because I really don't want to go back to Skype.
Yeah, I agree. We'll have to figure something out, but hopefully Zencaster doesn't stop working. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, bastards.
I just like to complain as though they can hear me.
Deep down, they really are. Maybe we said something bad in conspiracy theory show and they just shut it down.
Now,
Right?
why would you mention that?
Oh, we'll be fine. Knock on wood, you know. Oh, another thing to mention. Crap that didn't work, but now it should. For you guys who checked out our website, if you typed in thisfreakinshow.com, it brought you to our website. But if you ever looked at the domain at the top, it never had a W in it. It just said this freaking show, like we're gangster. It doesn't do that anymore. It actually has our legit domain now. So, Succotash can suck it. Can we fix that?
If you go to it without the W, you're going to get a 404 error.
Yeah, because that
Oh, I
doesn't
didn't know
exist
that.
anymore.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it actually says thisfreakinshow.com with a W.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so much more I want to do with this website. I just got to figure it out.
Nice.
Put some cool shit or something in there.
I'm excited. I look forward to it.
All right, so what's everyone's plans for Memorial Day?
Like Monday?
Well, Memorial Day weekend, Monday, just the overall holiday weekend coming up.
Well, I believe we're doing something on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, we're
Other
getting
than
drunk.
that, I'll be watching your sister's cat.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Joey,
Lucky
you know how obsessed Sherry is with this cat,
Wait,
right?
that cat? Athena?
The cat. The cat.
Jeez.
Yeah. Tell him what she emailed you.
It was only 15 steps. It wasn't. It wasn't 5 pages.
It was
Okay.
only 15 steps, he says.
It
To take
was like
care
a
of a
page.
cat, the only pet that can take care of itself.
Yeah. But how long are you watching this cat for, Colin?
I gotta find that out because I think it's Thursday to Monday.
15
13.
steps to take care of a cat for 4 days that has no medical issues. Literally, I'm pretty sure one of the steps is make sure you give Athena attention. Let her claw your leg.
Oh, man.
I
That's
have no
amazing.
problem doing it.
Yeah. But I mean, it's so simple. Like, literally, all you gotta do is say, okay, this is what you gotta do. Come to the house, make sure she's still alive. Scoop the poop, give her food, fill her water, leave. And that could all be in one step.
Yep.
Maybe 3 if you include arrive at house, leave house.
That's fantastic.
She is nuts crazy for that cat.
Yeah, she loves it.
I remember me and her were having this argument about her cat compared to my dog and everything. And she was telling me how, like, if I can't take care of Cooper, maybe I should give it to another home. And I'm like, Cooper's completely fine. It's completely normal. Maybe you should get rid of your cat. She's like, I would never get rid of Athena. I'm like, why? Athena's kind of dumb. Like, she ain't dumb. I'm like, yeah, she is. She fucking just stands there and, like, runs at a door and hits his head off of it. And, like, scratches people. Like, well, she just doesn't like people. I'm like, your cat's kind of dangerous. Maybe you should put it down. I would never do it. Don't you say that. I'm like, yeah, I mean, she could be a threat. And she's like, yeah, but she's smarter than Cooper. And I'm like, okay, well, see, when Cooper runs off, Cooper runs, like, across the street. And that's about it. I know I can let him outside because majority of the time he's not going to run off. He's not going to do anything. If you let Athena out, Athena's going to dash away, and she's not going to come back. She's not even going to know how to come back to the house. I'm like, yeah, she would. I'm like, let her outside. I'm not doing that. It's just like, it's like, I mean, granted, like, they say that dogs are dumber than cats, but I'm not sure if that's really true.
Yeah, I think it's just different types of intelligence.
I think
Cats are wild animals that we pretend are pets.
yeah, I think the problem is, I think like they sit there and they like dogs, they want to be adventurous, they want to get out, they want to chase things, they want to explore things because I think they're absorbing all that information. I think cats just sit there because they forget how to stand up sometimes.
Oh, I could see that for certain
Right?
cats.
Right? But I mean,
Oh man.
I like cats. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a cat person, but I mean, I don't hate cats. I'm not an anti-cat guy. It's just I'm allergic to them. I don't want them around. I remember one time, she had like a bad day, and she came over to when this is when I lived in the apartment, and she wanted to come over and hang out, and like she brought the cat with her, and like her and the cat like in the guest room. Now when I went and I picked her up and shit, like she never said anything about bringing the fucking cat.
Right.
But she comes out of the house with like this carrier with a cat in it, a cat pillow, a cat blanket, a traveling litter box, trays for food, a little bag of food, a water bottle, a couple toys, a stick with a feather on it. I believe there was a brush.
Oh, that's amazing.
She came over one night.
You know what
12
movie I
hours.
haven't seen in a while?
Cats.
Bubble Boy.
I was just thinking about
Yeah.
that movie the other day.
$500.
You want $500? Yes, I would like $500.
I kind of really want to watch it.
Oh, the more recent Bubble Boy.
We think
2001.
we think of John
Gotcha.
Travolta,
Yeah, I was.
the boy in the plastic bubble.
Yep.
Bubble Boy. Can you buy it? Let's see. Let's see. I will not find it in the video game section.
That's good to know.
Oh, so another quick little fun fact. I'm actually working on getting our first sponsor for the show.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I know, right? It's actually a local restaurant
Ooh.
to my hometown. I'm not gonna mention the name because they're not paying me yet.
Perfect.
But
I was going to say that if you didn't.
but it's a really cool place. I know the people who own it. They're great people. They have great food. They have great bands.
Does
and stuff that
it
come
rhyme with Shire Tit?
It exactly rhymes with Shire Tit.
Shire Tit? Is this Lord of the Rings?
I'm gonna tell you right now, if that place doesn't exist, I'm gonna make that a strip club.
Is all the girls going to be hobbits?
Yeah, why not? I mean, YOLO, right?
Why not?
We'll have a guy dressed up like Gollum at the front door.
Whoa.
He just brings he brings you in, points to the stage, my precious. It's just
That would be terrifying.
Shire Tit. But yeah, I'm trying to. I got to talk to him, kind of figure it out and everything.
Groovy.
I talked to GCR last Wednesday for a little bit, kind of get his idea on it. It's Geek Rye for those of you who don't know who GCR is. He was on our show a couple of times. He's on Geekcast Live. He's also on the Movie Podcast Weekly.
Yep.
On PW. And yeah, I mean, like he gave me some great advice and everything. So I'm gonna talk to this place. I'm gonna figure out, where we can find an agreement on, and then who knows, if they, if we get a good sponsorship, I'll put them on the website. We'll talk about them in the show and everything. It's a great first step that I'm happy that will be taken because, like, and I don't want to, I don't want to be like one of those kind of guys who ask for handouts because that's not what this is. But if I had to put it in like a great metaphor, or not a great metaphor, but if I had to compare it to anyone, I'm gonna be like the guy who's capable of paying for shit for his family, but instead I'm gonna ask the government for the handout. So I'm gonna be the welfare family on this situation. Capable of working, but want it to come from somebody else. No, that's totally not it. It's just it's really expensive to do something like this, and maybe this way we start saving up money and pay for us to go to like conventions and stuff without having to take out of our own pockets.
Which
And
would be fantastic.
right, it'd be awesome. And then also like to purchase URLs, websites, equipment, and stuff like that. Um, I hear a lot of people talk about Patreons and stuff like that, and I really don't want to do something like that. I think there are pros to it, but I know there's also cons to it and everything. So I really don't want to do something like that.
Fair
Um,
enough.
I remember hearing somebody talk about it on a podcast. Like he did a Patreon, he kind of regretted it. I can't remember exactly what he said, but what he said made sense. Not to downplay anyone who does use Patreon. I don't use it. I don't know much about it, so I shouldn't judge it yet. But I've heard more negative than I have positive about it.
Yeah,
Um,
that's fair.
yeah. So that'll be something, So hopefully, within the next month, maybe you'll be hearing us promoting our first sponsor. And I think we're gonna format the show a little bit differently, probably within the next coming month and stuff, as far as like plugs and shit like that.
Groovy.
We'll just have to figure all that out and shit around. I kind of like how we're including, like, this is like a town meeting, and all our listeners are like the villagers. Just give them a heads up on what we're doing with our neighborhood.
Yep.
But
It's really more like a homeowners association, though, because no matter what we decide, you have no input.
that's right. That's right. I mean, if you have an idea of what you want us to do on the show, you can let us know. I mean, we'll listen, and if it's not dumb, we'll think
Yeah,
about
we'll
it.
probably do it.
Yeah, more or less. I mean, like, if there's a topic you want us to talk about, we'll talk about it. I mean, I know I have a lot of great ideas for shows, like, having a state law contest,
Mm-hmm.
pre-plan that shit, right? But it's just like, I mean, like, the whole point of this podcast was to reach people. And the best way to reach people is get interaction from those people, letting us know how good we're doing and what they want to hear. And that's why I strongly encourage everyone to go to iTunes and listen to our show, and give us the rating, give us the reviews, because your reviews is what tells us how much you like the show,
Right. Also, get on Twitter and use the hashtag Freakin Sand.
Yeah, the hashtag is there. Nobody else uses the hashtag but our show. So it's not like it's going to get jumbled up and everything else. Literally, FREAKINSAYIN. If you want to throw G's in there, whatever, I'll search the G's. I'm really hoping people haven't been throwing G's in here and I've been missing it. Because then I would feel like a douche about that one. But it's like you go on Twitter, find us on Twitter, search this freaking show. We're right there. Three guys bunched up together in a picture. Use the hashtag freaking sane. You can message us. You can go on Facebook, leave us a comment on our page. You can even like us. Or the best way you can reach us is to go onto our website, go to the freaking contact section, fill out that information. It goes right to our email, and we will get it. And I will respond to you. I promise you I will respond to you, because if one thing I hate is reaching out and not getting a response.
Preach.
So I promise you, if you contact us, we will respond to you. Granted, I did kind of drop the ball on the guy we were supposed to interview a couple weeks ago.
That's true. That's true.
That was
Well, it's not
Yahoo's
your fault. Yeah, it's Yahoo's fault that they decided it was spam.
I don't know how that changed. I mean, like, I had like a long conversation with the guy.
Jeez.
And for some reason his response ended up in the junk email. And thank God I was looking at the website that night just for the hell of it. Or not the website, the email itself, just for the hell of it. And it just said, junk 1. I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. But luckily I talked to the guy. He's still fully aboard on coming onto the show. So we're definitely going to plan that for the future.
Groovy.
I'm not gonna say who it is, because if he doesn't want to do it, then we could just have Graham come back on.
Perfect.
What else is there? But yeah,
What are you
we're just
freaking out about this week?
yeah, we're doing the new segment. Fuck yeah. Uh, Before I get into that, because now I'm freaking out about that. I almost forgot about it. I almost went to the Hey Joe part of this. Oh yeah. Um, Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do a new segment of the show. It's gonna be called the Week Freak. Basically, we're gonna talk about what we're gonna be excited about for the week. You know what we're freaking out about. It's gonna be called the Week Freak, and we're gonna try doing it at the end of every show every week. And I know you're thinking, hey, isn't that kind of like the Geek Weekly, the Geekcast Live does? It's exactly the same. Uh,
Oh, that made me laugh.
I'm glad. What I'm freaking out about this week it is my birthday. I'm turning 27 this year. Um, I don't have a lot going on, but I did take a vacation, so I kind of relax and recoup from work. I'm also gonna do a lot of yard work around the house because I know I'm not gonna be able to get as much done this year as I wanted to, but I'm gonna get a majority of the manual stuff done this year. So I'm gonna do that for a couple days. My dad's gonna come out. I'm gonna drink a lot of alcohol with a lot of friends this coming weekend, and just kind of like recharge the battery. So when I get back to work, I'm excited about it. I'm doing a better job and everything because I've noticed I'm kind of at that lull part where now I'm kind of getting drained. And
Mm-hmm.
the beauty part is, like, I hit my 4 year mark at work, so I got more vacation. So I actually have my vacation for this month and November planned, and I still have 6.5 days left.
Nice.
So I'm definitely gonna use those up. But for right now, I'm taking vacation. I'm off this Thursday until the following Tuesday, and it's gonna be drinking, sleeping, and hanging out with people I care about.
Nice. That's exciting.
Um, what about you, Colin? What's your week freak?
I don't really have one this week.
Well,
That
Joey,
I can think of.
you tell us what yours is, and then Colin will give us one.
I'm probably not gonna be able to think of one because I'm not freaking about anything this week.
I am probably freaking out about. I finally started watching the Star Trek original series on Amazon Prime, and it is really good. And I like it almost as much as I like Doctor Who. So if that gives you any idea, those of you who know me know I love Doctor Who. I almost like Star Trek as much. So it's really good. I really like it. I've definitely become a Trekker in the last couple of weeks. So, which is like a step below Trekkie. Like I'm not learning Klingon or anything, or buying those stupid shirts that are made of paper. But
That's pretty good.
yeah, it's a good
Now,
show. I really like it a lot.
the original one, this one, William Shatner and all that, right?
Yes.
How many different one? There was like 5, 6 generations they called it.
There are several. Yeah, there's I know there's original series. I know that there's the next generation with Jean-Luc Picard, which is I can't remember his name all of a sudden. Patrick Stewart, which is also really really good. And then there's like I don't know something else, Deep Space Nine maybe, which is not I don't know I don't care for it as much, but hello, it's good. And there's a new Star Trek movie coming out this summer. I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, they released a new trailer for it,
So
along with Beauty and the Beast.
yeah, the teaser for that. It's pretty good.
You see the trailer for the Assassin's Creed movie?
I have not.
It's actually pretty good. I would recommend checking it out. Magneto's in it. Fucking Magneto. Who knew? I did see the trailer for the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie though.
Yeah,
That looked dumb.
Seamus is in it.
Seamus isn't it, and he turned into like either a gorilla or a rhino. I can't remember which one he turned
He
into.
plays Rocksteady, so whichever one that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. But I've always hated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so there's no surprise why I hate this one as well.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I love this segment. I love how we're going to bring it to the show every single week. And I know next week, Colin will have one. Because this isn't about like a definite, like, you're soaking your britches over something. It's just something you find fascinating for this week. Colin, you could have said the 100.
Eh,
You know? Your
we
cousin
haven't
bought a
watched
house.
it in a while.
Yeah, you finished school. Something like that. We'll start again next week. But hey, listen, every week you can find yeah. Bah, I was trying to do two things at once there. Every week you can every week you can find the Week Freak here. But hey Joey,
Yes.
where can they find you and the Geek Weekly?
You can find me and the Geek Weekly over at the Geekcast Live Podcast at geekcastlivepodcast.com/podcast. Or if you want an easier URL to remember, it can be gcl.ninja. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and wherever else your heart desires.
God, so awesome. You're so good at that, Joe.
It's like the only thing I'm good at these days.
I know, but that's why, like, when we have, like, sponsors, you're going to do all the ads for it.
Perfect. I love doing ads.
Awesome. And then, also, we got to work on making more commercials to distribute out to people, because the non-explicit podcasts will not play our promo because it says balls in it.
Oh.
So maybe if we change it to, man, my genitalia itches, or something like that, or my nuggets, something like that.
My
Giblets.
high-octane energy drink itches.
Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, like we said before, you can find us on iTunes or at Podbean. If you go to iTunes and listen to us, leave us a rate and a review. If you give us 5 stars, we'll love you so much. But giving us those rates, giving us those reviews, help us grow on iTunes itself. Go to our website, check out the stuff we have going on there. We have a lot going on, and there's a lot of good information there. You know, contact us through thisfreakinshow@yahoo.com, or just contact us through the website, because that's what it's there for. It's there for you guys to interact with us. Go on Twitter, use the hashtag FreakinSaying to get any information to us. And if you get it to us, we will say it on the show. We can say whatever we want on this show. Colin says balls. I say balls when I say Colin says balls. Everyone. Joey will even say balls too. Joey,
I
Colin.
will. I will say balls.
Joe
if you
will
tell
say
me to.
balls. We will do it because we want to interact with you guys, because you guys are the reason we do this. We don't do this to listen to each other talk, because we could do that on a phone.
That's accurate. Or in person.
Or in person. Very possible. But yeah, check out our show. You know, leave us the comments, leave us the reviews, keep coming back to us, and get a hold of us, because that's what we love doing this, or that's why we love doing this. Yeah. So I'm done. As always, I am Travesty.
I'm Awkward Colin.
And I'm Geekcast Joe.
Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of This Freaking Show. I'm out.